Find out the latest news on the unemployment rate and economy in this week's jobs report from the Department of Labor, since we pay them a lot of money to report, we might as well read it, how ending federal extended enhanced unemployment benefits could see U.S. incomes drop by nearly $145 billion. But the great news of a major company providing stimulus and employment bonuses, which means it's time to talk about the current state of the U.S. economy and how one way that we measure it is the unemployment rates across America. In this week's jobs report from the Department of Labor, the DOL. We pay for the DOL, they report, they track everything. This gives us a good economic indicator to figure out what's going on. This week's jobs report showed some, well, lukewarm news. Yeah, just kind of lukewarm, like a bathtub. It's just lukewarm. You're not gonna, get overheated, but you're not gonna freeze. It just is what it is. The economy and unemployment rates, as they were higher than last week's numbers and underperformed the estimates of the Dow Jones economists. It wasn't shocking. It wasn't something to celebrate. It was just, this week's jobs report showed 351,000 Americans filed their first-time unemployment claims, which we never like to report on this. Nobody wants to go to the computer and file a claim. Come on, let's get real. People would rather have a job, at least 6 out of 7, which this is higher than the previous 335,000 by about 16,000 jobs, if you want to get technical. The revised initial claims, and higher than the estimates that the Dow, who predicted 320,000, they predicted that we were going to go down and it was going to get better, and they were wrong. Unemployment claims went the other way, slightly though, not too bad. These unemployment figures show that while the jobs market has come a long way since the early days of this crazy thing that we call, did you ever think would be in every other sentence that we hear everywhere? This is probably the most SEO'd word. If you don't know what SEO, that's search engine optimization. So probably if you want something to be seen, just throw pandemic in it. If you say, yeah, it's so widely used now, the word, and who knew what it was before the pandemic, right? Except for Bill Gates. Well, there's still work that needs to be done before we can fully recover, obviously. These jobs reports can get better. We'd like to see that. Meanwhile, a recent study from the Economic Policy Institute, the EPI, shows that ending federal extended enhanced unemployment benefits will lower U.S. incomes by near $145 billion. How many times do we have to bring this up? Nobody, they gotta listen to us, right? They found, quote, the government's decision to let unemployment benefits expire in September will result in $144.3 billion decrease in annual income and $79.2 billion decrease in consumers, end quote. Can I just say it? Like one of my favorite singers, Billie Eilish. Duh, really? You thought that it wasn't, it's gonna impact Dr. William Springer, not Springer like the show, it's like S-P-R-I-G-G. It's not Spring, but an economist professor at Howard University, I'm sorry for screwing up your name, quote, if you get rid of extended enhanced unemployment program, that's like half the workers by definition aren't going to be eligible to get benefits, end quote. They won't have money streaming into their pockets, helping them out. They'll get the baseline if they haven't gone past that extension, but it's, not good for the economy. It's gonna show its head soon. Hopefully our leaders in Washington can hear the cries of the economists and go, wait a minute, it's just math, folks. If the money doesn't get to the economy, people can't spend it. It can't support businesses. The businesses can't pay taxes. And then the government goes, wait, where's our money? Well, you cut off the fund that helped keep things going when companies were dismantled and some destroys. These life-saving federal and extended enhanced unemployment benefits do help weather the rest of the storm that is in 2021. If they can just get on the ball, make sure that you go get the ones that you can, if you've missed it, and go, spend that money because you'll help the economy. So we're 70% consumer-based economy. Finally, major companies are helping employees with stimulus funds and extended hours and paid during the upcoming busy holiday season as a way of saying thanks for the past 19 months of insanity. If you've been to the store lately, you've seen, if you walk by Home Depot or you walk by Lowe's, you're gonna see a bunch of scary figures that are now, they're getting bigger and bigger every year. There's like a section, scary people and warriors and all kinds of, one guy I saw was in a boat. It's like a Grim Reaper in a boat. I'm like, wow, this stuff's getting good. For like $179. Now I'm doing a Lowe's commercial. Hey, well, we're not sponsored by them or Home Depot. Employees at Amazon and Whole Foods have been handsomely rewarded with with a brand new cars as part of the company's campaign to encourage employees to get back. I've heard everything. People winning the lottery with hundreds of thousands of dollars here in Las Vegas to now cars. I mean, yeah, the shot's so important. Got to get the shot. The company plans to dole out 18 total prizes to employees who have been fully worth $2 million in stimulus unemployment funds. Target announced earlier today that it will trim back seasonal hires and give more hours to extend employees, probably help them get paid more, helping their own workers with better hours and pay during a busy holiday season, probably overtime pay, all kinds of stuff, especially if they say, look, work us to death, we got bills to pay, please, overtime, extra overtime, triple overtime, just give us something, we need to pay our. They explained that the current store staff, about 300,000 people in total, will work 5 million more hours during the holiday season, which equals more than 75 million in additional pay. It's crazy to say that, right? This is amazing news, and upward of 1 million Americans, and hopefully these worker bonus and stimulus funds can help put employees in, and unemployment in the rearview mirror with a path towards a rewarding job, career, or employment situation to help them, do something that they enjoy doing. If you haven't applied for the unemployment assistance, do yourself a favor. If you're brand new and you got caught up in the hype where it was like it's closed, it's not. There's been unemployment since the 30s. It's sticking around, folks. If you file for the first time, you still have 27 weeks of state unemployment you're gonna get. No, you won't get the federal boost or the PUA or the PEUC or the FPUC. You're not going to get those, right? But you'll get the baseline state stuff. So don't worry about that. It hasn't shut off. They're not out of money. There's still money, and those trust funds can borrow from the federal government. So they're never out of money. They have like kind of an unlimited credit card. So don't worry about it. What you will miss out on is the federal benefits, the extensions, the extended stuff. But if you haven't filed for back stuff and you missed work, you missed time, you missed days, make sure you go get that money, because the window is closing to be able to get your back unemployment and your back boost, all that stuff. You want to make sure you go get it. So check out the website, your UI website, also the PUA website as well. We're waiting any minute for it to open up. Make sure you're just honest and tell them the weeks you missed. For being honest and truthful, you can answer some questions, get a backdated unemployment check for thousands of dollars at this point to help you with whatever situation. Speaking of a situation, the PUA remains closed. We haven't seen it open yet. Hopefully the lawmakers that promised to open it will maybe honor their word. I don't know. We'll see. But those unemployment funds for gig workers, self-employed, and independent contractors, there's a fight to get it back open. They said it was going to be back open. There's even a fight to extend it. Even AOC is all over with it. Andrea Acosta-Cortez is pushing to make sure that happens, and it's in Biden's ears. So we'll see what happens for extending that. Also, are interested in my Iron Man? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.